Janice from Remember When, and I am here today to show you a little variation of a card I just made. This is the card I made. It's a Valentine's Day card, and I was messing around with some clear brush pigment ink, which is this one here, and that's where I got this flower from. I had bought it some time ago, not knowing how it was going to work out, and I haven't used it since, but I think it came out really cute. So now I'm going to do some embossing with it and make a little variation of that, okay? So the measurements we need, of course, is a standard A2 size card, which this is 5.5 by 8.25 scored. I'm sorry, 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4.25, and this is cream linen paper. We have our inside paper, which is linen as well, and this is 5.25 by 8.25 scored at 4 1/8. We have this piece of pattern paper, which is from the Sweet Lace collection by Die Cuts with a View, and this is cut at 4 by 5.25. We have this piece of onyx, so you get silver on one side and black on the other. We're going to use the black side, onyx cardstock. Don't know the brand, I bought it at Joann's, and this is cut at a little over 4, so I could trim it, by 2. And we have this stamp set by Inkadikado. And we're going to use the small rose this time and the love. And you need some clear embossing powder, your embossing tool, and some inks, which I'll show you in just a second. So we're going to start with our black piece here. We're going to start with our black piece. And we're going to take the love from that stamp set, and this is Archival Pigment Ink Pad Brilliance in Cosmic Copper. Okay, we're going to take that love and stamp it in the bottom right hand corner. As far down as you can get. I'm sorry, my little braids and rollers are in the video today. Huh? There we go. Sorry, I didn't pin them back. I'm getting ready for a party this evening and wanted some long waves in my hair, so that's why there's braids and rollers in my hair. I apologize for that. But anyway, now since this is pigment ink, it takes a while to dry, so we're just going to use our heat tool to help speed that along. So that is all dry. Now what I'm going to do is take the small rosebud, and we're going to take our Opalite, there we go, it's Opalite Pigment Ink Pad. This is in Crystal Brush. And it's really pretty. It's like iridescent, reflective type ink. And I'm just going to stamp that and kind of make it a background. So let me grab some scrap paper. Okay. And we're just going to stamp it kind of everywhere. Not really on the love though, because I don't want the love embossed. And that's one of the reasons why I dried that first, because I didn't want any of the embossing powder to catch onto it. Alright, so now we're going to take our clear embossing powder and cover those roses. Alright, so I'm going to take my tweezers and just kind of place them here to keep that in place, and we're going to heat that up. Alright, and this is what we have once we emboss that. Really, really pretty. I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to set that to the side. So let's go ahead and fold and crease our card base. Okay. Then we're going to fold and crease our insert. and attach them together once I find my ATG gun. There it is. Alright, so we have our base here. I'm then going to take our pattern paper and using the quarter-sized rounder on the corner chomper, just round those edges, or all four corners rather. Okay. Now I'm going to use this clear ruler. I'm sure you've seen this at Michael's, Joann's, places like that. And I like it because, number one, it's a ruler, but it has 0 in the center, and then goes 1 through 6 on one side and 1 through 6 on the other. So you can measure the centers of cards, paper, wherever you want to put something. It also has slots here, lines here, so you can measure different things, holes here. And this is what we're going to use today, is these little holes here. They're measured out perfectly at about a ½ inch. So what we're going to do is take our embossed piece here, and I'm going to line it up. It's going to be really hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay. I'm going to line up the holes so that the top one is slightly coming off of the paper, and so is the bottom one. And then we have 3 holes in the center. And then what I do is line up the edge of the paper with this line. I really hope you can see that. It's really hard to see. Okay, then I'm going to take a yellow pencil, or any kind of light pencil that's going to leave a little indent, and just stick it through the 3 holes to give me a guideline for where I'm going, okay? So, and then I'm going to zoom back out. Alright. So then what we're going to do is take our Big Bite and use the 1/8 hole setting. And punch through where we just made our marks. One there, one there. It's pretty even except the middle one, but that's okay. I'm really trying to work this light out here, guys. I'm sorry. So now we have these copper colored brads. We're going to put those right through the holes. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and set them with this Big Bite. So this is the piece that we end up with. Okay, we're going to go ahead and adhere that on. Oh, you know what? I totally did that wrong. I think I figured out how I'm going to fix it. Sorry for the silence. We're just going to change this card all together. So that's why mistakes are okay sometimes. What I did is went ahead and just took the pencil, went through the 3, not brads, but eyelets there. We're just going to punch holes right there so it can line up, okay? And I think we're going to get this to work out. So, hole right there. Hole right there. Hole right there, okay? So this should line up pretty well. Yeah, so that's going to line up really well. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and round these two ends. And then we're going to adhere it to the pattern paper. And just make sure we line it up with our holes and the edge of the paper. Okay, so now we have this. Now I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add a piece of ribbon. Yeah. I'm going to pull this up really quick. See, mistakes are good. You come up with different things. It's fine. Works out. Okay, so we're going to stick that back down. Then we're going to put some adhesive on the back so that we can attach the ribbon and attach this piece to our card base. Oh, that's crooked. Okay, so let's go ahead and attach this to the card base. And then we're going to take another piece of ribbon and tie a knot at the top. Okay, we're going to go ahead and burn the ends. All right, so now we actually came out with a really beautiful card. Not at all what I was planning, but nevertheless it came out really nice. So, all right, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and until next time, stay creative.